we had somebody on the other day, which we got still editing up the episode, and somebody I know, and he spoke for 20 minutes, half an hour to his neighbor, who he hadn't
Yeah.
seen for a couple of weeks. He was still outside his door having a cigarette, like he always would talk to him. And he stood there and talked to him for 20 minutes. Where have you been? I haven't seen you. I've been around. Didn't really get, but had a conversation, proper conversation. And then the next day, or the week after, or whatever it was, his house was being cleared out. They pointed out there's the guy's son there. Went over and spoke to him. He had died 2 weeks before.
Wow.
He'd been dead for 2 weeks when he was being seen and spoken to with a 20-minute conversation.
Interesting.
And it was in depth. It was like the same sort of conversation they would always have. There was nothing out of the ordinary. He just said it just seemed, all that Nate said is it just seemed a bit weird.
Yeah.
The whole thing just a bit strange. But he stood there and had a conversation with his Tesco's bags in his hand, whilst his neighbour was standing there with a cigarette smoking outside his door.
Yeah.
And then to find out he had died 2 weeks before, which is crazy.
Yeah.
The Boo-Foons Mystery Investigators. They don't always get it right, but they always get it weird.